Now, I hate to start a video like this, but it's August, and for most, that means back to school. I can't have y'all going back to school wearing busted kicks, and because I know budgets are tight when you're a student, I've compiled a list of 10 affordable back to school sneakers that will have you stepping in style and comfort during the new school year. This list will contain tons of variety from casual sneakers that go with everything to everyday beaters, and even a few pairs that are absolutely timeless. So if you're looking to step up your shoe game for back to school or need some new inspiration, you'll want to watch till the end of this video, because if you don't, then you might just miss the perfect pair for you. Just like the first pair on my list are the perfect pair for me. I'm talking the Adidas Campus Double O's, and I fell in love with this shoe at first sight. I mean, I personally have the green colorway, and I think this shoe is great to pair with many different outfits. The bulky silhouette and thick laces are what makes this shoe special and allows it to easily be styled with baggy or flared pants. But of course, this shoe also looks good styled with shorts, so it's a great all-arounder. There honestly aren't any cons that I can point out in this shoe, especially because they are very comfortable and come in at a very affordable $110. To me, that's quite a steal, and if you aren't a fan of the green colorway that I have, there are plenty of others that are available, so if you like the silhouette, I think it's a great pickup for back to school. Now, if you're looking for a bit of a slimmer sneaker and really need a pair that will go with literally everything, then for number 2, I actually have 2 pairs of Jordan 1s, starting off with the Jordan 1 Palomino, which releases on September 2nd for $180. And if you don't already have Jordan 1s, they are some of the easiest sneakers to style, especially if the colorway is neutral tone. For this one in specific, we see a very simple yet clean colorway that is almost similar to the mochas with the browns and the black. Now, I know this isn't the craziest pair of ones, but I do think they're clean and they're shoes that can be worn almost every day. Now, the second pair are the Vibrations of Nyjah, and similar to the last pair, this is a color that can easily be styled with neutrals and worn quite a bit. But these are all white shoes, so you're definitely gonna have to take care of them and clean them often if you wanna keep them nice and maintained. But that con aside, these are a great option considering that they're currently selling for under retail, so if you check out StockX, you'll probably be able to get yourself a pair for under $150. Now, when I was creating this list for back to school shoes, I tried to give y'all a variety of looks and vibes, and if I'm being realistic, you're probably not going to be wearing shoes every single day to school. And for those days that you wanna be extra comfortable, you'll probably need some nice slides. That's why for number 3, I'm talking Draco slides. Now, for some of y'all, you may be looking at me crazy because if you check out Draco, you'd be able to see that they're about $100 to $120 for some slides. And before clicking off the video, I personally have a few pairs, and the quality of the slide definitely makes the price tag a lot more worth it. I say this because if you want some slides similar to the silhouette, such as Sui Cokes, you'll be looking at upwards of $300. Instead, for a third of that money, you'll be getting a high quality slide with metal buckles, some beautiful suede, and a pretty heavy, comfortable slide that will definitely last you. Now, in my opinion, if your entire shoe budget is $120 to $150, then I wouldn't recommend buying these slides. But if it's in your budget and you have a few $100s to spend on multiple pairs of shoes and want to get yourself a quality pair of slides, then in that case, I think it's a great pickup. Now, moving on to number 4, this is probably my most asked about shoe in my collection, and that's because it's a nice shoe that not too many people own. In my opinion, they are highly slept on, and that is the New Balance 574. I did include this shoe on my last year's list, but that's strictly because they are a great shoe that I believe are still a perfect back to school shoe. They're affordable, selling for only $90. They're also very comfortable and have some of the best color blocking that I've ever seen on a New Balance sneaker. Now, there are plenty of colorways in this shoe, so it's kind of similar to the Adidas Campus. If you're a fan of this silhouette, don't be afraid to check out the New Balance website or Foot Locker and Finish Line to see if you can find a color that you like, because I almost guarantee that you will. Also, if you're wondering, these do fit true to size. Now, for number 5, we're talking Dunks. And honestly, the sneaker market has been getting much better recently, and it's actually possible to get drops on release. And it's funny to say it, but thanks to reps, even the resale prices are starting to go down as well. So with that being said, 2 pairs of Dunks that I think are great for back to school are first, the Nike Dunk Low Premium Light or Wood Brown. Damn. Kind of a tongue twister. But these shoes release in just a few days on August 30th for $120. And the second pair that I'm talking are the Nike Dunk Low Mica Greens. Now, these pair are already released, but you can get yourself a pair of these beauties on StockX for close to retail. Honestly, I don't feel like I need to get in detail with these Dunks, because unless you're living under a rock, you already know about these and they're nothing new. I did want to just point focus to the shirt that I'm wearing. If y'all like the look of this Ashanti tee that I'm wearing right now, this is a drop from my brand that is coming out perfectly in time for back to school. The Kobe tee is already out, but we do have this Ashanti tee and a Brent Faiyaz tee releasing on September 1st. These are perfect for back to school, and I tried to make them as affordable as possible. For $35, you're getting a thick, heavyweight 7.5 ounce tee, some very high quality DGG print, and in my opinion, some very fire and unique design. So if you're not interested in copying the Kobe tee, you can check the site now. But if you want this or the Brent Faiyaz tee, be sure to follow the Nova Market Instagram to stay up to date with everything. And let's get back into the video. Now, number 6 is a shoe that had a huge surge of popularity on TikTok just a few months ago, and is one of the most affordable on my list. So with $75, you can grab yourself a pair of these Vans New Schools. Now, when I was in high school, I had a pair of the Vans Old Schools in this generic black and white colorway. And these are very similar. It just reminds me of all the great times I had in that sneaker, because the color is just so simple. It allowed me to essentially wear everything with them. Now, although they are a little bit different, I'm also a fan of these New Schools, not really because of the extra line on the side, but for that thicker tongue and laces that really just remind me again of the Adidas Campus. Now, personally, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of most colorways that they offer in this shoe, but I do think that getting that same black and white colorway is the way to go if you want a pair of these shoes. Also, if you're not too sure where to purchase a pair, you can definitely check out Vans, Zoomies, or even Journeys, because they almost always seem to have a pair of these. Now, for the most part, this list so far has been fully streetwear, but for number 7, it's a bit of a switch up, and I'm talking the Doc Marten Oxfords. This shoe is definitely one that I probably hated when I was in high school, but after years of seeing it, I finally came to like them enough to purchase a pair. And to be completely honest, it took me seeing a ton of inspiration and ways to style this shoe for me to start loving them. But I do think that these are a great pickup if you like to wear jeans, chino pants, or generally just want to elevate your style, because although these are one of the more expensive pairs, in my opinion, they are well worth it. This is due to how timeless the silhouette is, plus it being constructed from high quality leather. So if you are planning on purchasing a pair, I'd advise you to buy your true size, and do want to warn you that they may fit a little bit tight during your first few wears, but after about your 3rd or 4th wear, they should fit in a lot better and will be a great addition to your closet. Now, number 7, although looking clean and fresh, aren't really the most comfortable shoes depending on your foot. So for number 8, I had to pick some of the most comfortable ones I can think of, and thanks to my boy Shaq's recommendation, number 8 is the Doc Marten Jorge Mule. Now, these are $130, and from what I've heard, it's worth every penny. As you can see, the upper on this mule, you get a similar look and feel to the very popular Birkenstock Boston, but where Doc really turned this clog up is when they mixed that with the outsoles from the Oxfords, and they really just made a beautiful shoe. Now, I think these are very stylish, and if you aren't a huge fan of slides, but want the benefits of comfort and that easy slip-on, slip-off factor, then I think this is a great purchase for back to school. Now, to round off my list, I have 2 more banger sneakers, and for number 9, I'm talking about a great casual one that not only looks great with shorts, but also your slim and baggy pants. I'm talking the Adidas Forums Low, and I don't personally have this shoe, but I find it similar to a pair that I do have, which are the New Balance 550s. And for some reason, they just give me that same type of vibe. And also similar to the 550s, they come in a whole load of fire colorway. And one thing I'm not a huge fan of with these shoes are the Velcro strap. I believe you could just take them off, but for whatever reason, Velcro just gives off that kid vibe. And I'm sure if you're in high school or college, you don't want to have to keep readjusting your Velcro strap. Literally like, hold on, let me just fix my shoes real quick. Anyways, if you're looking to purchase the Adidas Forums, they are widely available for $110, which in my opinion is definitely a good purchase. Moving on to number 10 and the last shoe on my list. For this one, I figured I can't make a video about back to school shoes without including one of the most popular ones, the Air Force One, but I didn't want this video to be super basic and put the all white ones to end off this video. So instead, at number 10, I'm talking Stussy X Air Force One mids. Now, I think these are absolute heat, and the reason that I'm talking about the mids rather than the lows is strictly the price tag. The mids are a lot cheaper, and if you're wearing pants, which most people would, I think they honestly look a lot better than the lows. Now, obviously, you can't just buy these shoes at a regular retail store, but on StockX for a size 10, they are around $170, which although isn't very cheap, it's not a horrible price for how nice this shoe is. Also, I'm sure if you check out Grailed or Go, you could even get yourself some competitive pricing and maybe find yourself a better deal. But like that, you have more than 10 different options for back to school shoes. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Also, if you think I missed any shoes on this list, please let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want to see more fashion content from me, make sure to check out this playlist here. And as always, make sure to have a good day and peace.